What's up, guys? Got 10 minutes till market opens here. Let's see what we do. So on the daily time frame, we have this sell side taken out today. Then we had the pullback. So we'll be watching that move there. We do have an order block here. But that's not really anything I'm going to be interested in right now. But yeah, just the higher time frame level has been taken out. As far as the sell side, so we could see a minor reversal throughout the day. A green candle up into here to fill in this, and then we might be heading down to take out that daily fair value gap. So those are kind of the two sides of the story, depending on how well we close below that sell side. All right. And then this would be our high, our swing high here that we would need to break. And then it looks like we're forming a swing low here. And there's our high and swing low range. And if we break to one of the sides here, we can expect bullishness or bearishness, at least for the start of the day. And then we have our yesterday's high, and then yesterday's low has already been taken out, but we can go ahead and mark that yesterday's low. All right. Down to the 15-minute chart. We did take out that high. So we did make it swing high with a higher swing low. So this is going to provide us some potential support to the upside, or some indication that we might be going bullish here. But we'll have to wait for the 9:30 and then see. Right now, this is our swing low. That if we break past this, we could see more bearishness. All right. Down to the 1 minute. Just wanted to see. Also, guys, we're done with the leap challenge. Now we are going back to our demo account. So this will be like normal, like it's just my normal risk management rules. Everything will be back to normal. Alright, had to blow my nose there. Alright, so we're just gonna wait for our first position for value gap at 9:30, and then we will see what happens. We got 2 more minutes before market opens. Actually write these out. Alright, we dipped down into that fair value gap at 828. We did have a shift of market structure here, with all this movement, so we'll see. $9.30. That sell side here. We have Asia sell side. Asia. We have London. All right. $931. So look for our fair value gap. All right, so our fair value gap is right there. Looks like we might be ripping another one where we just go straight down. I still have to follow my rules. So we probably could be going down to this sell side and then that fair value gap that we never filled in. Bless me. I'm waiting. I'm probably going to wait for the first at least 15 minutes before I start to trade. So it went into that fair value gap. We are above equilibrium at this point. And above Asia. The sell side liquidity of Asia. But I do not want to go short or long at this moment. If this is manipulation, great. So I'd like to see a break above here, some sort of structure throughout the 945, and then we'll take a trade off that. but I am not trying to short anything this morning. Especially since the past 2 days I've just been... I was on the wrong side twice in 2 days, so I'm not trading the 930 until maybe I might later, but right now, definitely not going to do that. I am interested in seeing why that dipped where it stopped right there. It has to be something. Let's see. Oh. Bless me again. Goodness. No, it's okay. Alright. Let's see. I almost feel like I want to start trading at 9:45 instead of waiting 15 minutes. That shows you how impatient I am. um, All right, you went into that fair value gap, and then we're just going to be, we're just gonna be waiting for, see what we do here. Even though it went in, this could be used as inversion. I don't know. The 930 fair value gap hasn't been very kind to me, quite honestly. Um, I'd prefer, looking at something here, and it might be because I don't know how to trade it properly, but um, I'm just looking for something like that. Let's delete Asia. We did get a good jump out of that. We'll see what we do after this breaks. There's some type of, if I was to take partials, this would be a level, and then that would be a level of partial taking. The only reason why I wasn't gonna trade this is because we didn't really have any break of market structure first. Even though we did have a good swing to that high up there, I just did not like it. I guess you could say that along one of our trading models, we have to take a sell side before we can take a reversal. That's one of our rules. We did take out that sell side, the Asia sell side, but you could technically kind of trade off that. And wicks are not in a breakup structure, so we'll be looking at that. I don't say that's a break-in structure yet. Alright, we're just waiting. This gap turn inversion. If we do, we'll see what happens. We can remove that. We're past the 945, so we're greenlit to trade. We'll see. We do have an order block here that we could take a possible move higher. We do have a rejection, or not a rejection, a break of structure here. So honestly, this might not be a bad trade. So what I would like to see, if we're going to take a trade off of this, I'm going to buy one to scale in, and then my stop loss will be below that 75%. I don't want to see it go below that. And then I forget how big of a size I'm trading with on my demo account. It's kind of funny. And then we'll target that swing. We'll target that buy side up there. See if we get a good push out of this. We need it to close above that candle, making a swing high. See if we can get a swing high here. We should have took up 2 trades there, but that's okay. Now we need to see that hold price at this point. And this looks like maybe a possible failure swing high. And we'll see. Yep, failure swing high. So that's where I'm gonna. Probability of this trade working out went very low, but we'll still hold and see what it does. And close my position there. It looks like we're just ranging. Let's see. We're really just ranging back and forth today. It is a Friday, so I wish I could make these thicker, like these lines in here thick. Is that it? There you go. Problem solved. We need to Alright, so now we're just trading in between here. Take one more buy there. And we'll just put our stop loss right here. So let's just put our stop, because we pretty much buy them where we bought last time. Stop loss. Oh. Alright, now we got this low. Should have known not to buy there, but so now we're just trading in between this. I did forget to draw my fib though. And try one more buy. Take a buy off of this inversion. What do you got there? And I just did, I violated one of my rules too, not to trade the inversion twice. So I have to exit out this trade in green at least. So just now recognize that. One of my rules is if it dips back into, like, makes an inversion for value gap. 930 is a little bit different. It holds more weight to it, but if it dips into a fair value gap once, twice, it's been rebalanced. So I usually don't like to trade the rebalanced. Yeah, I just don't like to trade rebalanced fair value gaps. A lower probability the more times they go down into them. So, at least what I think for me. Alright, let's take a step back here. So we have this swing low here and that swing high, and prices trading into it. Did trade to a discount. At this point, I'm just gonna wait to see, because we did have a minor break of market structure here, made a swing low here, and then we took it out over here. And it is a Friday, so usually these are a little bit harder days to trade. Oh, we had a really good injury off there, but I do think the 930 fair value gap, first percent fair value gap, does hold a little bit more weight as far as being able to trade off of it multiple times. We might, I think for any other fair value gap I wouldn't, but 930 probably was a good one to take a trade off of, but that's okay. Mm. Coming back down to fill in that gap there. We had a wick above that, so I wouldn't calculate that as a break of structure. We could just zip on by and start heading towards south side down here. It's kind of what that's why I wouldn't want to take a trade here. If we form a little swing low, I might, but that's a lot of momentum for it to stop and then turn. I wouldn't say a lot, but enough for me to kind of be wary. And then we'll see if we get a break of this swing low here. You're just kind of waiting to see when market is going to look clear. As far as like breaks of structure and stuff like that. Right now we're just, like I said, we're just wicking above structure. So sticking with my rules, wicks do not count for breaks of structure. So we're just going to wait. This one was a break of structure. That's why this trade worked out just fine. But so far as I can tell, if we looked at these highs here, there's no break. This is why I don't like trading on Fridays. Yeah, he could possibly take a buy there. I don't know. I just don't like how market is looking. Just up, down, up, down, up, down. Now we could definitely get a breakthrough here. This might be the break that we're been looking for to go to sell side or to buy side at least. But is it really worth the risk? You know, it's kind of what I'm thinking. Nothing interested. I'm not interested in anything right now, which is your typical Friday. But we'll see what happens. This should push up. Should definitely push up higher into this buy side levels. And then that one would be, let me see. Actually, let me go to the 15-minute chart. We did have a firm break of structure with that candle. Oops. Oh, you bump your computer and everything is gone. Oh, there we go. Got a breakout structure of that candle there. So what we'd be looking at, got this swing low here. This point, it would be okay for us to take a trade down here. It was just kind of sloppy up here with the wick above the candle as a break. Traded back down. I don't know. I just didn't know how I felt about it. It looked good. Because we had, if we look at the market structure, we had some good stuff here. I guess what you could have taken, or what I could have taken, do like a reclamation block trade here. Paired with that order block here. So you could have taken, I could have taken a trade off that. That's one of my playbook trades there. Should have taken advantage, but it would have to be, if it's at equilibrium, then I should have taken that trade. Let's see. It was at equilibrium. It was not. So where did we read structure wrong here? That's kind of what I'm thinking. Like, why didn't we take a trade here? We had a fair value gap. We had a order block here that it went down into. Where could we? I mean, unless we want to start counting the wicks as a breakout structure. I'm not sure if we want to do that or not. If it comes back down to this order block, I'll probably take another trade. See if we can get in here at this level. Man, I hate trading Fridays. It's probably not the day, it is the trader, but still. It's nice to, it'd be nice to blame it on the day. I'm only down like $40 today, which is not bad. I did have a great trade here that I should have stuck with, but it was at here's the 930 fair value gap, which I usually like to highlight in yellow. Took a trade here. We had break of structure here that we were looking at. So if we go down any further, I wouldn't mind taking a trade down at this level. Somewhere for it to go higher. I think we're just going to be slow grinding our way higher today, hopefully. It's kind of my hope. If we take a trade here, it goes against us, and we drop below that swing low, then I'll be bullet or bearish, and we'll look for it to go down to that sell side area. But it's a Friday, so it's not going to be really trending towards one direction or the other. We did have a reclamation block here. And we did have an order block within that. So this is definitely going to hold some, act as some support. Kind of like classic support and resistance, except it gives you a little bit more measurements. What I mean by measurements is you have your 25% retracement inside that reclamation block, your 50%, and then your 75. Did have a I think I'm gonna wait for it to go down to a further discount before I want to buy. I would hate to buy at a high, and then my stop loss wouldn't be managed very well. So, and then we also have a inversion for value gap here. So we'll see how it acts around this area. As you can see, it went to the 50%. Now we're just seeing if we reject off that. There is a break actually of a swing here, so I think we could take a short. Long it is above equilibrium. So if it's above equilibrium here, we might be good to short, and then short it down to a discount. It's not my favorite type of trade, so I'm just gonna stick with my playbook today. So right now it's just trading off that reclamation block here. And then we also had a order block inside that reclamation block, which I really like as well. Just not been executing my trades. Well, at least our bias was right. So we did have a buy here, we bought here, and we bought here. And I think I just should have put my stop loss somewhere down here and let it ride. I think it always gets to me after I take like some losers like that. It always like I'm always afraid to enter, even though my strategy is telling me to enter. Just like this would have been a perfect entry here. So we had the break of structure here, and then we rose up. We had it come back down into that reclamation block paired with an order block here, and that's a beautiful trade. I just didn't execute on it, but that's okay. So now we can look at this. We have break swing low here. We'll see where this swing high forms, and then we can see if we can take more trades. We do have, if a possible, a fair value gap formed here off of this reclamation block. That would be good. And I think we could be going for like up here. We do have like a gap here. I like that level there. I should have just been taking trades. I think tomorrow or next week, that's what I'm going to start doing. I'll just start reading price and then just taking trades and then putting my stop loss. If I get hit. And then if I see another opportunity, I'm just going to take a trade. So many times I'll get stopped out on one trade, and then it just kind of like I'll be seeing things and I won't be taking the trade, I think, just because I'm scared of losing again, I think. So I think next week we'll just start doing that. Now that we're back to our regular demo account, not trading super high as far as like leverage goes. Just gotta treat them as numbers. Then we have our new break here, which means just basically we just made a break above a swing high. I usually just like to track those. This just helps me have visuals for what I'm looking at. And then, let's see. We should have like a little small rejection back down here. And then I would not mind. I'm gonna take a trade here. If we get another dip back down, let's change that. That is not inversion. Change it back to fair value gap. And then we'll place, we'll buy, let's buy two. Let's buy two with our stop loss below that. And take profit. I'd like to take profit here. Man, that would have been a good trade. See where we get this swing high. It might just take it out before I even am able to get that pullback, but because right now I think market is trying to fill in this gap here and then potentially fill in up here. It is Friday, so usually you get a reversal for what, like let's say it was trending bearish all week, which it was, then you usually get like a little pullback, kind of like following the power of three on a weekly time frame. To kind of give you like a idea of what that would look like. So if we go to the daily, so, or let's go actually weekly. So every week you can see like, let's say we're trending high, right? So this week we go high, 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 and then like on the last Thursday or Friday we have that dip down, run, dip down. This one is kind of a odd candle, but towards like the second week, the first week sometimes you get a dip, and then the second week you get higher, and then we dip. So that's kind of the premise of the power of three in a nutshell. A little bit. Yeah, we're not gonna get that pullback. All right. Well, it's 10:30 on the time frame for New York, 9:30 for me. Yeah. I mean, we had the right idea for the day. As far as taking buys, we just had poor management. Again, which is very sad. very, very sad, but that's okay. I think tomorrow we'll be in the, or next week we'll be in the right mindset to just take the trade and then put it at a stop at a reasonable level and then let it ride until it stops you out. That will be our plan. So next week we'll definitely do some of those trades, seeing breaks, and then just taking executions, whether it goes for me or against me. Being in the market so you can learn, because my strategies as far as the back testing goes, I should be pretty confident in them right now. I think Friday kind of threw me off. I don't usually trade Fridays, so kind of didn't know what to expect. I guess I need to go back and probably back test some days on Friday, but Anyways, well, I think that's it for me. It's kind of done all that I would like to see, and then I need to take care of some other things. But had some good price action here, to trade off of. Just never executed. I guess we did execute probably on the main or the most important areas, but we just didn't follow through or manage our stop loss. Or I thought it was gonna go against me here. Um, just because I took an order here and I said that it violated my rules as far as trading twice inside a PD array. I actually need to go back test that more, especially for 930. I think 930 will be an area that I wouldn't mind it coming back and retesting twice or three times, as long as we stay above it and don't close below it. I would be bullish still at this point in time. So yeah, this was a good trade. Should have kept with it. Stop loss was very manageable here. And then rode it to where we thought it was going to go, which would be here, our first take profit. And then, of course, if we had 2 or 3, this would be our next, and then that would be our terminus. And if we really thought, if we were going to stay longer, I mean, up here would be levels that we'd be interested in, but not die hard levels. I'll see if we can get a pullback down here. We'll see, where is this at? We're just trading into that, filling in that gap there. We'll see if we can get a pullback here. I'll wait for this last trade here. See if we can get it to come back down for me to take a trade off that. Just waiting for that pullback. Let's see. And then alright, I'm in right there. This might move desperately against me right now, but that's alright. At least I'm in the trade. Whether it moves for me or against me. Then we'll take this body here. So that is a reclamation block. See if we get a move out of this. Do not like how my stop loss is literally at the optimal trade entry zone. So I might move that. I'm not sure. I'm just gonna stick with my strategy here. I need to be okay with losing. this point. Gonna move my stop loss here. If it moves below that fair value gap again, it's just gonna dump. So I might as well just put it right there is where I'm gonna put it. See if we can get a push out of this. Did have a fair value gap here that needs to turn inversion. That's kind of what we need it to do. Right now it is supporting, or it's resistance. And then we do have a fair value gap down here that price could be willing to come back into. But whether we lose or win, I'm going to stick with it. See what happens. Those two sides battling it out. This one says no, go higher, and that one says no, I want you to go lower. So we'll see which side wins. I feel like sometimes I like almost like in my mind mentally I'm like, yeah, make me lose, make me lose, make me lose. Because every time I say I want to win, it goes against me. So then, you know, the reverse psychology on the markets, right? If that would only work. Yeah, it's taught me out. Don't look so good here, guys. But I need to stay with the trade. I think that's what I need to practice doing. Like I said, is just lose or win. I'm just gonna stick with it. Well, I mean, obviously you can't stick with it once you lose because you lost, but we'll see what it does. Wants to do here. As you can see, it's stuck between those two fair value gaps. You got one there, and then you got another over there. It looks like the inversion one though is winning. Or I'm sorry, the fair value gap above it is winning. And we get stopped up. Okay. I'm okay with that. So now our next entry will be down here. I'm going to buy 2. Stop loss below here. And my take profit will be up here. Stop loss placement is probably my weakest point in trading. Need to figure that out. Take one more buy here. My stop loss here. I needed to push through here. I'm gonna wait till we get some structure before I move that. We are $70 down on the day. See if we can recover some. We need to break above that fair value gap. I took a trade off of this order fair value gap here. But if it goes down more, we'll take another order. And again, you can see I took a good buy around a good area. It's just my stop loss placement was poor. Need to figure that. I need to figure out that my stop loss placement. All right, had a good break above that inversion. Now we can turn this or this fair value gap. Now we can turn it inversion. See if we can get a good little push out of this. And I'm actually going to take one off here. Just below that. And that is not good. No. We'll see what it does. Look. I'm gonna keep with the trade. There's no gap here. It's been rebalanced, so we'll see if that's just a quick little retracement. See if we can break above this swing high here.
Me montrer ton culotte.
See if we get a break above that high. You're just waiting. We do have 2 swing lows here, which is good. See if we get a fair value gap, breakaway gap. Trading above equilibrium, which is nice to see. Let's see where it goes. Take off one there. All right, we took off one. I will put my stop loss here. If it goes down below there again, then we're just, I think it'll just go all the way. Let me just move that to break even, honestly. So we were able to recover one trade that we lost. And now we just need to recover the second, and we'll have a break even day. It sucks because I'm always playing recovery. Like, I'll have a really good trades get stopped out because of poor stop loss management, and then I always have to recover throughout the day. Do have a fair value gap here. Let's see what we do. There we go. We were able to recover today. So recovery and made a little bit of money. So good job. All right. Well, I'm good for a break-even day. I'm happy with that. Just to kind of like give myself a little overview of where I should be placing my stop losses, we can take a real quick look at that before I finish out this video. Let me see here. So if we had followed our usual stop loss below the reclamation block here, we would have been fine. So that is like 3 times, actually a couple times where that has always been the case. So I think that's what we'll do if we're trading like a reclamation block paired with a fair value gap. We'll just take the stop loss will be below that reclamation block there. That's kind of where I think I'm going to start putting my trades at. So if we went long, which we did here, we went long and we got stopped out. We would usually take our profit just below that order block. And then we have our reclamation block. We would have been fine. Glad that we went ahead and got in here and then wrote it higher. All right. Not a bad trade. And then if we were, for this instance, if we took a trade here or here or here, we need to have our stop loss. So let's say we took a trade here. We need to have our stop loss below the 930 fair value gap. So I would say at that candle's bottom, whatever candle formed to make the 930, that's what we'll put our stop loss. So the risk to reward here is kind of sketch. That's what I didn't like. That's kind of where sometimes I get, let's see where it is, a 1-to-1 risk to reward. Yeah, that's not that great, but it is still a win. 1-to-1's not bad as long as you have a high winning. So if we took a trade here, which we did, stop loss would be here still. That is a little bit better. It's a little bit better of a risk too. Yeah, that's a little bit better. So we just needed to wait till it to come down into more of a better area. So that wouldn't be. So I guess that's what we need to start aiming for. I think to kind of refine where we get in at is like if we have to put our stop, like take a trade here, but put our stop loss like, you know, way down here or way here, then that's not really the trade that we need. Whereas if we get a trade down here, we can, you know, put our stop loss down there, which is like a little bit better risk to reward ratio. So I think that's what we need to start looking out for. Kind of making more. I kind of not forgot, but I stopped measuring my moves before I took my trades to kind of to look at the risk to reward parameters, and I need to start doing that again. But yeah, we had a pretty good trade here and here. I'm happy with those 2 trades. Got a good run up, especially just, you know, sticking with the trade, even though we had this huge red candle, probably scaring a lot of people out. Just need to let it go. Just let, win or lose, let my trade play out. So, honestly, I did not want to leave today without taking a trade and letting it play out. It was a form of punishment, I guess, to myself to be able to keep a trade on without, you know, moving the stop loss or doing something weird. So anyways, happy for the day, even though it wasn't a big profitable day. We did break even, which is always better than losing. But yeah, we'll hopefully do a trade recap tonight. But hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day and stay profitable.